You know that feeling when you really connect with someone? I mean, it's more than just liking them. It's this genuine pull. Well, today, we're going to get into the science behind that spark. We're going to uncover the psychological forces that are actually drawing us to other people. So, just for a second, think about it. What is it for you? Is it their killer sense of humor? How smart they are? Their looks? Look, we all have our little checklists, right? But what if I told you that the most powerful stuff is happening just beneath the surface, in ways we don't even consciously pick up on? It turns out psychological research has a fascinating take on this. True, lasting connection. It's not really about finding someone who's perfect. It's about something way simpler, but honestly, way more profound. Just being genuinely present with another person. Okay, so to really understand connection, we've got to look at attraction in a different way. It's not just some simple spark. It's a really complex and honestly fascinating psychological experience. See, attraction isn't a checklist. It's not about ticking off boxes like good job, nice car. It's an experiential shift. That's the key phrase. It's a fundamental change in how you feel and think when you're around somebody. It's all happening up here in your head and your heart, not just in your eyes. So, how does that shift even begin? Well, long before a single word is ever spoken, we're already communicating. We're sending out these foundational signals that, really set the stage for a potential connection. These right here are the building blocks. Things like eye contact that actually shows you're paying attention, how close you stand to someone, which communicates comfort, body language that's open and receptive, not closed off. Even just the tone of your voice can send a stronger signal of warmth and interest than the words themselves. This is the first layer of any conversation. Have you ever caught yourself doing this? You're talking to someone, they lean in, and suddenly you're leaning in too. Or you start talking at the same pace. That is the chameleon effect in action. It's totally subconscious. It's our brain's automatic way of building rapport, of saying, hey, I'm on your wavelength, I'm with you. All right, so we've got the unspoken signals down. Now let's see how we build on that with actual conversation. This is where we start building a bridge, moving from that initial spark to something that feels like a real connection. And the quality of that conversation is everything. I mean, we can stay on the surface, right? What do you do? Where are you from? Or we can go deeper. What are you passionate about? That one little shift from asking about facts to asking about feelings, it encourages people to open up a little, to be a bit vulnerable. It lets you see the real person. But asking good questions, that's only half the battle. The other, and maybe even more important half, is how you listen. And I don't mean just waiting for your turn to talk. I mean active listening. That means you're absorbing what they say, you're validating it. Wow, that sounds really difficult. And you ask questions to really understand. That is what makes someone feel truly heard. And that feeling is a cornerstone of connection. And that feeling of being heard, it builds something absolutely essential, trust. And trust is the foundation that every single deep and meaningful connection is built on. Think about it. Without emotional safety, we keep our walls up, right? We kind of perform for people instead of connecting with them. But when we feel safe, we open up. We become more authentic. We're just more willing to truly engage. So psychological safety, it's more than just feeling comfortable. It's this deep belief that you can be vulnerable, that you can share your real thoughts, your fears, your screw-ups without being judged for it. That is the bedrock of a deep connection. So how do we create that safety for someone else? It's all in our actions. It's about how you respond when someone shares something personal. Are you calm and validating? It's about having the patience to let a connection unfold naturally, which shows you're emotionally stable. And huge one, it's about being consistent over time, so the other person knows you're reliable. These are the things that build that foundation of trust. Okay, so when you put all these pieces together, the unspoken signals, the deeper conversations, that solid foundation of trust, it all points to one single powerful idea. Look at the difference here. On one side, you have performing. You're managing your impression, trying to say the right thing, looking for their approval. But on the other side, you have presence. You're just attentive and engaged. You're listening to understand, not to reply. You're offering validation instead of seeking it. And the research is crystal clear. Being present has a much, much greater impact on building a real connection. So the goal isn't a perfect performance. It's attunement. It's about getting on the same wavelength with someone. That feeling of being truly seen and understood, man, that is
infinitely more powerful than any witty, rehearsed line you could ever come up with.
And that leaves us with one last thought to take with you. The next time you're talking to someone, what would change if you shifted your goal? What if it wasn't about getting them to like you or trying to impress them, but simply about trying to understand who they really are? That small shift, it might just change everything.